It's been a while since we've had a chance to chat with Mike Moffat, who is a former captain with the Waterloo Warriors men's hockey team in the OUA. We'll get to hockey talk in a minute here, Mike. But first of all, you're involved in a fundraiser this month. Give us some of the details about what you're doing.
Yeah. So first of all, thanks for having me on. The month of May is Cystic Fibrosis Awareness Month. So what we're doing this month with COVID protocols kind of in the back of our mind here is we're doing kind of like a run for the cure. So cystic fibrosis is a genetic disease that currently has no cure. And the average life expectancy currently is around 51 years old. So there's still a lot of work to be done in terms of fundraising and awareness and stuff like that. So without being able to do the bake sales and the car washes and the, things like that, we're going to put on a little bit of a run. And as far as that working out, we're getting up to about 50 kilometers at the moment. So the way that I'm doing it is just every donation that I get, no matter what amount it is, that equals 1 kilometer. So if we get 100 donations, I'll have to run 100 kilometers. So
This is a very personal meaning for you as well. And I also want to point out, it's been amazing what you've done so far. You've raised over $5,000, and we'll give you the link here in a minute. And you're also involved with another hockey guy, Shane O'Brien, who's a former Stratford Colleton and is an assistant coach now with the under-18 team with the Huron Perth Lakers. But like I said, the personal meaning for you, give us a sense of that. And this is something that, you talk about, and it's something that's very near and dear to your heart.
Yeah, so I've been pretty open about it through my hockey career, and just my social media accounts are full of it. And it's my wife is the driving force behind my passion towards this, as she was born with cystic fibrosis. So she's in the category of kind of the stats that I just mentioned, in terms of just us fighting to find her a cure, and the thousands of others living with CF to find them a cure as well. So obviously my personal main focus is for my wife and our new 7-month-old son, kind of just to make sure that we have a long life together, and my wife gets to experience all that she can out of her life, just like any one of us. So
here's the thing: over the years that I've known you, even when you were playing at Waterloo, you're a real community guy, and they usually have, a big event at the end of May, which is Cystic Fibrosis Month every single year. Like you said, that obviously can't happen this May because of, the COVID-19 circumstances. But, talk about the community side of this as well, and sharing that message. Every little bit can make a difference, right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, much like any other charity fundraising event, every dollar counts. And specifically in the KW area, there's been a lot of growth in terms of our CF chapter, and with Farwell for Hire being one of the major ones, and my wife's team called Amber's Salty Story. We've been doing quite well for the last 2 or 3 years in terms of fundraising. I think last year we had around $45,000 after the month of May. So yeah, like a lot of growth in terms of that in our region, and kind of Canada wide. And lucky enough to just have that through the month of May each year, and just something to kind of drive for.
We'll give you the link here in a minute. We want to hear from Brian Burke, who's the head coach, your old head coach at the University of Waterloo. We spoke with him the other day about what you're doing and about this initiative.
Mike's awesome. He played 5 years for us. True leader, great captain, loved by the players, welcomed by the community, always team first attitude. So real good initiative. His wife, Amber, has CF, which he's, open with in his communication and supporting her. And so we've tried as a program to support that initiatives over his time with us.
All right, Mike, give us the link where people can get involved and can donate to your team.
So the main website is walk.cysticfibrosis.ca. So if you go to that link, there will be a green kind of indicator there that says donate. And then you can search my last name, Moffat, and the first drop-down link will be my wife, Amber, my son, Kingston, and myself. And yeah, it's easy to get there once you're on the page, and it's not me just kind of talking through it. But yeah, like once you can get there and you're willing to donate, then yeah, that's huge.
And that's walk.cysticfibrosis.ca. There's also another way. You're on Instagram at
Yep.
Mike Moffat, no dashes, no dots, no nothing like that. And
Yep.
one T on the end of Moffat. Let's remind everybody about that. If you go to Mike's Instagram page, he's got the link in his bio there. And you can also donate. Again, he's raised over $5,000 already towards cystic fibrosis for the month of May. All right, let's talk a little bit of hockey, because I've got you, and we haven't talked hockey here in a little while. A great opportunity for you to join the Waterloo Warriors coaching staff, the men's hockey team, as an assistant coach for the upcoming season. You'll be a first-time coach, obviously. What do you think that experience is going to be like for you, Mike?
It'll be awesome. I'm really excited to kind of embark on that journey. And obviously with COVID again kind of ruining things for us all, it forced me into retirement. So my next step was towards coaching, in terms of just staying in the game and being a part of that environment. So I'm really looking forward to it, and whatever capacity that I'll be a part of the staff is an honor for me, in terms of getting back to my alma mater. And yeah, it'll be really, really cool.
I think the thing about it too, Mike, is that you're relatable to the players, right? You know, you were a captain there just a couple of years ago. You know, some guys are still there from the time that you played there, and you were the leader and sort of the mentor on the team. What kind of coach do you want to be when you think about it?
I think that I'm just going to continue, I don't know, being myself. Like as a captain, I was just trying to be someone that you can approach and, go to with questions about hockey, or even on off ice stuff, and trying to be a motivator and a positive influence to people, especially my teammates. And yeah, I think coaching will follow the same kind of pattern. I don't think I'm a big yeller or anything like that. And lucky enough, I don't think I'll have the reins for that until I get my feet wet a little bit more. But yeah, I think that'll just be kind of a smooth transition from what I was as a captain.
We heard from Brian a minute ago. We also talked to him about you becoming an assistant coach and joining the Warriors coaching staff. Here's what Brian had to say.
Mike reached out, and him and I have stayed in touch over the last couple of years when he's played pro. We were just talking about whether he was going to keep playing next year, and he decided not to, just for chasing his career and professions. And when he mentioned that he wanted to stay involved in the game, and he was interested if we had an opportunity with our program. And I said yes right away. I said, I'm not sure exactly the role it will be. We'll have to work through that, but 100% we'll find a spot for you to be. He's just an awesome person that now has the experience of playing pro, which many of our players will want to do. And he can share that with a real good perspective, because that's, if there's one thing, that Moff has, is he gets it. Like he understands the big picture of things, and he'll be a great asset and a conduit between the players and the coaching staff.
Obviously, Brian, looking forward, Mike, to having you as part of the coaching staff, and hopefully we're able to get back on the ice this coming fall with OUA hockey and minor hockey and all kinds of hockey. Yeah. It would be nice to have sports back. One last thing for you. You spent the last couple of years, like Brian was saying, in professional hockey, playing in Toledo in the ECHL. What kind of experience was that for you?
It was amazing. Toledo is such an amazing hockey city. And I mean, not that CIF isn't bumping when there's a full house in there, but in Toledo for sure, it was wild with the fans and their contribution to that environment, and to play in an arena like that again was really cool way to finish off my career. So learned a lot. Yeah, the coaches were great. Played with a lot of players who had NHL experience, AHL experience. So I learned a lot that way, and like you're saying, hopefully I can translate that into the coaching thing as well.
Let's give it one last plug for Cystic Fibrosis. If you want to support Mike, his wife Amber, Shane O'Brien, who he'll also be running with, you can check out walk.cysticfibrosis.ca. Click on the donate button, search for Moffat, Moffat, 1T, as we said before, and support him and Farwell for Hire as well. Mike Farwell, a local radio celebrity here, doing great work. Let me quickly ask you about that, just about Farwell for Hire and the difference he's made in the community for CF over the last couple of years.
Yeah, it's incredible. He's kind of, like paved the way, I guess, in terms of the major donations, and even Canada-wide, he's recognized in that regard as well. And obviously cystic fibrosis impacted him in a big way with his sisters. So yeah, like he's someone that we are trying to compete with for fundraising, but also obviously support. Just the competitive nature in us, it kind of pushes us in that direction. And but he's doing a great job, and being a huge leader in the community as well.
The competitive nature of hockey, people, never changes.
I know.
Even though this is all going, into one pot for a great cause for cystic fibrosis here in May. Great to see you, Mike. Thanks for the time. And I hope we see you at the Columbia Ice Field this fall, because that means we'll have OUA hockey back. Talk to you soon, and thanks.
Thanks, Darren.
For more highlights, visit our website, 519sportsonline.ca. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.